Okay, guys, so I'm actually doing a voiceover today, which is different. I'm doing a voiceover about this. Obviously, I want to get some things off. We have a movie coming out in 2020, as we all know, Godzilla vs. King Kong, which is this. Now, what I'm getting at is, after the credits of King Kong, Skull Island, there was a lot of questions. And one of those questions as to whether or not is there two Godzillas alive. Now, what makes you speculate is, if you look at some of these images right here, we see, by the way, another big star, Mothra. We see Mothra here, but if you look, see the circled area, those are people. Now, Mothra is a big enemy of both Godzilla and King Kong. Those are big monsters. Now, these are people, okay? These people have seen these monsters, and they have paintings on the walls of these monsters, of Godzilla, of Mothra, and all that. So they had to have seen him before. Now, before I get to that, look, what makes this interesting is this has got to be Mothra in King Kong Skull Island, because what it is what happens before you go to a caterpillar, or a butterfly or a moth, right? You are a caterpillar. Now, this is like some sort of grasshopper-looking thing, but it looks like just to be getting out of some sort of, cocoon-like structure. Now, what comes out of a cocoon is the eventual butterfly or moth. This is where Mothra comes in, right? But now, anyways, getting back on track, if you look on these painted walls, you see King, I'm going to pronounce this the best I can. King Ghidorah, okay? King Ghidorah and Godzilla. Now, again, these paintings on the wall have to tell you, people have seen this before. In Godzilla 2014, they said that they've awakened a beast in 1954. That's when they bombed the shit out of Godzilla, right? But that's when they awakened him. These paintings on the wall, we don't paint shit on the walls no more, okay? That means that eventually, right? Eventually, back in the day, people have seen Godzilla way before he so-called awakened. Awakened from the depths, from the depths of the water, from the depths of the ocean, when we bombed him. So there's either got to be another Godzilla of some sort, or this Godzilla's fucking old. People have seen Godzilla before, and they've seen either these Godzillas and King Ghidorahs and Mothras before, or they've seen other Godzillas and King Ghidorahs and Mothras. What I'm getting at is, obviously, we know that these aren't just one of a kind of a species. There's obviously had to have been more to produce these ones, right? So either there has to be multiple Godzillas and King Ghidorahs and all that in this MonsterVerse, or these are just very old. So what gets to me is there's got to be two Godzillas, right? There just has to be somehow. We have, it's just, there's got to be a reason. And with the Shin Godzilla that came out last year in 2016, I don't think that has anything to do with the legendary MonsterVerse, but that could have some sort of speculation as to maybe there's being two Godzillas, because that one was older, but you never know. You just never fucking know. But that's what gets me to speculate, is there's two Godzillas or not, because there's paintings on walls of Godzilla and Mothra and King Ghidorah. Okay? And I believe there was even a Rodan on there too. But people have had to seen these before. And before Godzilla was so-called awakened, before Godzilla was so-called awakened, they've had to have seen him before. Yeah, they've had to have been seen before. It's just, there's no way. There's been speculations and theories and legendary stories. Get it? Legendary stories, legendary pictures. But no, for real though, there's no way there could just be, legendary stories and fairy tales of a big monster, and people somehow drew him to be the beast that we actually know today. They drew him exactly looking the way he is, and they just, cavemen back in the day just drew it because it was a speculation of a fairy tale. It's hard to believe, okay? The after scene credits of Kong Skull Island just, it makes it, after you think about it, and I've seen videos of it, it makes you think, and maybe, just maybe, it's true. Now, fucking, Godzilla vs. King Kong. I'm sure another big monster is going to appear on there. Might be King Ghidorah, might be Mothra. It's got to be one of those two. Or maybe those two, or some other ones will appear in Godzilla 2, King of the Monsters. We'll eventually see. But I'm just saying, there has to be either multiple Godzillas. Okay, there's got to be either multiple Godzillas, at least one more Godzilla, because people have seen him. People have seen what he looked like, and they drew him on the walls. You know, they painted him on the walls. Cavemen. We don't do that nowadays. People just don't go paint shit on walls in caves. I'm sorry, but we just don't do that. At least to what, as to like a normal person. We don't do that. We just don't. So either there's got to be multiple Godzillas, or this is one old ass Godzilla. Because you see, Kong wasn't on those. He wasn't on those paintings because they just discovered King Kong. But they've discovered Mothra, King Ghidorah, Godzilla, and I don't know. There's a lot of theories. That's what I think. You guys are the ones to comment. So, how much you guys go on that? I can't wait for these movies to come out. I got my fingers crossed. It's going to be lit. I'm pumped for these movies. But, again, this is just my theories on what I believe in. Well, not necessarily what I believe in, but what I'm speculating, what I'm thinking of. Things that are possible. So, yeah. Hope you liked it. And eventually I'll, of course, get more videos of this. So, till then, enjoy the short clip, and deuces.